Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled between green hills and tall trees, there lived a young boy named Tarek. Tarek was thoughtful, curious, and full of dreams, but no matter how hard he tried, he always found himself falling short of his goals. He was frustrated and full of questions, yearning for answers that no one around him seemed to have. One day, Tarek heard whispers about a wise philosopher named Elander, who lived at the peak of the tallest mountain near the village. They said Elander had lived for many years, dwelling among birds and beasts, and had the answers to life's deepest questions. Driven by a burning desire for clarity, Tarek set off on the long journey. The path was steep, and the wind was cold, but he never turned back. When he finally reached the top, he found Elander in a peaceful sanctuary, gently feeding his birds while surrounded by deer, rabbits, and colorful butterflies. Tarek approached him and said with a restless voice, "Sir, I work so hard, but I never seem to reach my dreams." Elander, a gentle-faced man with eyes like still water, was silent for a moment. Then, with a warm smile, he replied, "Nothing good comes overnight, my son. Hard work is not about a single big effort. It's about doing the small things again and again, even when it's difficult, even when you see no immediate reward." Tarek looked puzzled. So Elander continued, "Let me tell you 3 ways to achieve whatever you desire. First," he said, "is focus. This is where many fall. You begin something with excitement, but soon distractions like social media, negative thoughts, procrastination cut in. These things pull you away. The secret is to focus not on the end goal, but on the task in front of you. Give your energy to the process." Second, Elander said gently, "There are no shortcuts to success. Everyone wants to win, but few want to endure. When you're tired, when quitting seems easier, that's when you must push through. That's when strength is built." And finally, he said, "The mindset of never giving up. If there's one thing that separates those who make it from those who don't, it's persistence. The ones who rise are not always the smartest or strongest. They are simply the ones who refuse to stop." Tarek stood still, letting the words soak into his soul. He realized that the answers he sought were not magic. They were truths he needed to live by. With a grateful heart, he bowed to Elander and began his journey back down the mountain, not just with answers, but with purpose. In life, we face different struggles and often find ourselves giving up on our goals. But we must understand that persistence is stronger than talent. Success often comes to those who refuse to give up, even when progress is slow or unseen. Focus on the process, not just the goal. Real growth happens when we dedicate ourselves to the daily work, not just the outcome. There are no shortcuts to success. True achievement requires patience, discipline, and endurance through difficult moments.